The top and the bottom are sewn. That's pressed under 1/4 inch and folded down for 1 inch, and then stitched. So you've got a finished top and bottom. I've got the webbing stitched on one of the pockets down at the bottom, and I'm about to sew the webbing on the bottom of the second pocket. Once I do that, then I'll be doing the webbing and the handles. This is tote bags are a very quick project. Just trying to keep track of where I place everything so I can be consistent and see how much of the webbing I use. So I'll have to sew the second one on. One whole piece of webbing here is sewn. You kind of start where they're joined together here. And you go up to one end. And you do an X across the room, however that works out, and you go back down the other side. Do an X at the other end, and then come back up. So now I'm going to do the other side, do the other webbing, and then I'll be ready to sew the sides together and do the bottom. The webbing is all sewn on. Both sides are sewn, so now it's time to sew the side seams with what's called a French seam, which means I'm going to sew it wrong sides together, 1/4 inch, then turn it inside out and sew another 3/8 seam, which encloses the raw edges on the inside. So we are almost done. This is the inside of the bag, and as you can see, there were no raw edges here. The raw edges were sewn to the other side. So when I turn this right side out, it'll be a nice smooth edge for the inside of the bag. I've sewn my little V's down here. I kind of measured on each side of the seam, actually 1 3/8 inches. I was thinking of doing a 2-inch bottom, which would be 1 inch on each side, but that was pretty low. So I just did a little bit higher. So the next thing I've got to do is actually I have this stuff that I used for my last tote bag that I will use for the bottom. And for the sleeve, to put that in, I'm not going to use the canvas because that is really thick. So I'm going to look for some fabric, be it purple or maybe red. I certainly have red. That's the towel, but I do have red. I've got all kinds of reds over here that I could use for the sleeve for that. So I'm going to find a fabric, measure out the bottom piece for cutting that to give it a solid bottom, and make the sleeve, and it will be done. Here's the piece of foam board that fits the bottom, and here's my little sleeve. So I'm just going to keep pushing that in, and then just stitch it at the end. Here's my finished bottom piece, this little sleeve. So all we need to do is to, let's see, stick that down in there. Really, don't need to attach it, or I'm not going to. It just gives it a bottom. And there we go. My first tote bag is done. Got the 2 pockets, my 2 purple flowers, my rainbow webbing, and there you have it. Pretty cool. I like it.